Well, good morning, everyone. I'm here today to discuss legislation that I recently introduced and just this morning provided sponsored testimony for that will allow for medical marijuana in Ohio. Medical marijuana is an issue that receives wide public support across the country. Just this month, Fox News published results of a nationwide poll that showed an overwhelming majority of registered voters, 85%, agree that adults should be allowed to use cannabis for therapeutic purposes if a physician authorizes it. Those numbers also carry out in Ohio, where recent Ohio polls at 73% of adults favor allowing medical marijuana. If House Bill 153 passes, Ohio will join 19 other states in the District of Columbia in allowing some form of medical marijuana. Under this legislation, in order to be permitted to use medical marijuana, an individual must first be diagnosed by a practitioner as having a debilitating medical condition and receive written certification stating that they would likely receive therapeutic benefits from the medical use of cannabis. Qualifying debilitating medical conditions are listed in this bill and include cancer, glaucoma, HIV/AIDS, Lou Gehrig's disease, Crohn's disease, and MS, among others. After receiving the certification, the patient would then go to the Ohio Department of Health to be approved as a registered qualifying patient, after which they would be permitted to possess up to 200 grams of usable cannabis and 12 mature cannabis plants for therapeutic treatment of their condition. I want to stress that this bill's focus rests squarely on patient protection. Patient protection. Under House Bill 153, patients and their caregivers are protected from being penalized by schools, employers, and landlords for the medical use of cannabis. A school, employer, or landlord is prohibited from refusing to enroll, to employ, lease to a person, or otherwise penalize an individual just because they are a card holder. This does not mean that a card holder is permitted to use medical marijuana while on the job or in the classroom, only that they cannot be discriminated against because of their choice of treatment for their chronic illness. Finally, I want to note that I've received many letters, emails, and phone calls from constituents and others describing how cannabis has made a difference in the lives of those people who are sick or are dying. From a former Marine stricken with PTSD from service overseas in Baghdad to a mother of 2 young girls who suffers from MS and the daily pain it brings. Story after story echoes the fact that medical marijuana can truly help those afflicted with chronic pain and improve the quality of life. It's really time for Ohio to pass medical marijuana and stop punishing people who are sick or in pain. Let me introduce to you John Pardee, who's the